Good morning, foodies. It is another beautiful day here in Japan. And today I'm here at Roar Coffee in Ginza. This is right by the hotel. And this is another two-story coffee shop. The inside of the lobby is actually pretty small where you order the coffee from. They do roast their own beans that you can actually purchase as well. There's a few seats right next to the window downstairs, but most of the seats are upstairs where you would actually want to hang out. The staff is super friendly, and I got the Okinawa latte, and I absolutely love this coffee. I feel like I say that about every coffee shop that I've been at so far.
It is freezing out there. I was actually going to enjoy my coffee there inside, but I need to get my day going. I am already so behind schedule. And yeah, it was a rough morning. But of course, being morning time, I had to get my usual egg sandwich. I almost got the tuna egg one. I'll probably get that tomorrow just to end my trip with. And then here is my coffee. The inside was actually pretty nice, and there was an upstairs level as well. Yeah, it kind of would have been nice to sit down in there. Maybe I'll do that when I go to Shibuya and Harajuku later. But yeah, I would actually probably hit this place up tomorrow and try something different. This was the Okinawa latte, and it's so unique. It's almost like I'm tasting melons and grapes with some cream. But I really do like this. This is really good. The coffee scene here in Japan is amazing. I remember when I came a few months ago, and I asked a bartender in Osaka, "Hey, what coffee spots do you like?" And he's like, "Oh, Japan is not known for coffee. We don't really drink a lot of coffee. There's multiple coffee shops on like every block." So I think he was wrong, and I think some of the best coffee is coming out of Japan. The way they make these lattes, espresso pulls, it is flawless. But let's get our day going. One thing that I totally forgot to mention is a lot of coffee shops, yeah, I would say majority of the coffee shops here in Japan would appreciate if you actually drink your coffee there. There's still a good amount of people that do takeout coffee, but I think they just want you, to enjoy it super fresh right there. They do the latte art right in front of you as well. I mean, they don't mind it. I think if you take it out, it's not a big deal. But I think it makes them feel a little bit better if you drink it there. But yeah, it's kind of up to you. I mean, again, it's hard to sit down at a lot of these places sometimes when you have such a long itinerary, like especially for me today. But yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll go back and actually enjoy the view. But now, let's get our day started.
I finally made it to Harajuku. I've been wanting to go here forever. This is probably the capital of Japan when it comes to styling and fashion. And down this alleyway is something that's also been on my radar for a while, which is Slice of Life BBQ. It's a barbecue food truck that is literally right outside of their house. They have two people working here, one taking the orders and the other one making all of the dishes. There's a decent selection of barbecue to choose from. You could also do a la carte if you don't want to do some of the plates, and there's add ons. You could also order beer as well. This is a fun little place. You could eat in their patio area or their garage, which I thought was pretty cool. And everything is like out of this truck. I believe they actually have the smoker somewhere in the back. But yeah, this place was really fun to be at. There's three different sauces: spicy, coffee, and normal. And look at this plate. We got a little bit of chili, salad, and the A5 Wagyu brisket, along with some of that sauce on the side. That meat just looks phenomenal. The wait took a while. There's only one person making orders and one person taking orders. And there was only like two people in front of me, but totally worth it in my opinion. It smells great. Let's get into some of these beans. Honestly, some of the best chili that I've had. It's not too like acidic or heavy. It's light. So much flavor in there. But let's wash it down with some of this coleslaw salad. It's like a miso light vinaigrette. It's really good. And I hope this audio picks up. It is so windy out here and it's freezing. There's a bunch of stuff going by, cars going by. I just want to try the coffee barbecue sauce. It actually tastes like coffee. It's pretty good. I don't know if I would eat a lot of it, but it's pretty solid. You got the normal barbecue sauce. A little bit tangy, kind of sweet, but overall I think it's really good. Let's get into some of this white rice with the barbecue sauce, which is growing up how I used to love it. When my mom would make like ribs, she would also make white rice, and I'll take the barbecue on it, and it was just like this. Let's see. Mm. The rice is like a jasmine rice, so fluffy. That is so good. Look at this meat. This thing is insane. I learned all of my barbecue knowledge from my cousin Sancho, and I wish he was here to enjoy this because he would absolutely love this. This is way better than the slab barbecue that we had back in LA. But look at the nice little ring. I know we always emphasize on that ring being a nice little red hue. This looks fire. This looks so good. Let's see. Oh my lord. This is A5 Wagyu. There's also no knife, so that's why I'm eating it like a barbarian. Let's get it with that little normal barbecue sauce. Oh my lord. It's like perfectly cooked. It's not dry at all. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but this thing is glistening. So much flavor. Absolutely, it just melts in your mouth. Let's try it with the coffee. The coffee with the meat is almost like something's roasted. It almost reminds me of like, I don't know what Mexican food I'm thinking of, but this is actually, I thought it was going to be my least favorite barbecue sauce, but with the meat, it is perfection. Now we got to do it with the rice though. So I'm going to take a little bit of that meat. This is all falling apart. Got a little bit of that rice, a little bit of that meat, some of the barbecue sauce. So good. It was 2,700 yen, which I think comes around to like $18 or so. I don't know. I can't do the math right now. I think this is worth every penny. If you were to get this in the States, it's probably been like double, triple the price. And it's not even going to come close to it. It's crazy how Japan just perfects everything. I was talking to the guy in front of me. He was from LA as well. And he was saying the tacos are better here, the pasta, the pizza, now the barbecue. And I agree. They just know how to add that extra flavor, extra kick that you want. And they just perfect it. I also just want to mention that this salad is flawless. It is so good. And the beans, this chili is amazing. I know I'd only really talked about the meat, but everything was bomb here. Also, one thing I totally forgot to mention is there's very limited space to sit at. I was going to sit down, but then I found a spot right, a little bit down, maybe like a 30-second walk, right in front of the Babe store that I'm just eating at, people watching. It's kind of sunnier and less windy over here anyways, which is kind of nice. Highly recommend going here. They sell out pretty quick, at least what it seems like. It is 1:30 and they opened about 2 hours ago, and they already had a good amount of stuff sold out, but they still have, some stuff that you can get. But I would highly recommend trying this. It's in Harajuku. There's a bunch of stores around here as well. Hit it up. Let's go check out what Harajuku and Shibuya has to offer. Harajuku is just such a fun place to walk around, especially if you're into fashion. Anything and everything is going to be here. You're going to find it for sure. But one place that I wanted to go to is Liberty Walk. I've been to the Osaka store, but I heard this one is the best store to go to. The car culture and Japan just go hand to hand, and that is literally what Liberty Walk is. They create custom cars, and if there is a concept that you have, they can absolutely create it. They also have multiple stores throughout Japan, and this is the one located in Shibuya, right on Harajuku borderline. They literally have everything that you would want for cars, whether that's stickers, license plates, Hot Wheel cars, clothing. But of course, I had to pick up a jacket there, and the staff is super friendly. I next made my way over to the B-side labels. These are stickers that are just endless. You could get literally any kind of Japan sticker you would want here. They also create a lot of the Pokemon stickers as well. I found Streamer Coffee Company just tucked away in basically Shibuya. They are known for their military latte, which they basically just use colorful art to put on the actual foam, and it looks pretty cool. It's not what I got though. This place was bumping. There were so many people in here. It was extremely packed, and it really caught me off guard of how much California and America memorabilia there is in here. A lot of the stuff seemed to be from the Bay Area, but there was also hints of LA. But this was a fun little shop with great staff.
There was like no spots inside, so I had to come outside. It's crazy in there. I actually love it. It's very Americanized, California-wise too. A lot of stuff from the Bay Area. But I got a normal latte that he said is the go-to one. He wanted me to do a double. I'm not going to do a double espresso right now, but let's try this out. It's a pretty good latte. I would highly recommend this place. It's called Streamer Coffee Company, and yeah, it's a fun little place in there. There's a lot of people, and they make some really good coffee. This is a really good latte. Now let's head over to, well, I think we're already in Shibuya, so let's just keep walking.
It's crazy to walk some of these back streets of Harajuku and Shibuya that are not as crowded, and all of a sudden there's just people out of nowhere. I went into Tower Records. They had some kind of group there, and everyone was there just trading cards, memorabilia. I don't even know what else was going on. I was also very surprised that this Tower Records was very expensive. One CD was about $35, which just blew my mind. This place, I believe, was 6 or 7 stories, and you could literally find anything that you want will be there. Tsutaya Building is right across from Shibuya Scramble, and it has the Pokemon Car Lounge, which is a place that I've been wanting to go. There is multiple levels to this building, and on the bottom level, they had Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars pop up. You are greeted by the Red Hulk for their new Captain America movie that's about to come out. There is an insane amount of merchandise that you can buy, whether it's mugs, toys, clothes, and that's from, again, everything pretty much Disney related. And most of it was for Marvel and Star Wars, and it was just insane to see all of this, and a lot of it was really, really good quality. I wanted to buy a few things that I've never even seen before. Maybe they are Japanese exclusives, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, all of the merch seemed really cool. The Star Wars shirts were pretty much sold out, and everyone were going nuts over these shirts. And I picked up a couple of these that were like Japanese designs. This was pretty cool, but I believe it's no longer going on. Also, you could order stuff at Starbucks here and actually sit and face the Shibuya Scramble. There's also a restaurant and bar that you could also do the same thing. So keep that in mind if you want a pretty decent view of Shibuya Scramble. You do have to buy something, but you got a beautiful view. Now we're making our way up to the Pokemon Card Lounge, which is a place that I've been wanting to go to for a while. This is a place that you could rent out and participate in actually live battles, which I thought was pretty cool. They do have snacks and food that you could also pay a little bit extra. And I am into the Pokemon TCGP app. And of course, I had to just do one of these massive ones. You can also buy cards here and a bunch of different merchandise. But this is kind of like a Pokemon dream, in my opinion. I thought it would be kind of cool. I don't really play Pokemon, I'm more of just a collector of the cards itself. But I thought this was pretty cool. If you want to just play Pokemon in Japan against random people or some of your friends, then you can do so here. And like I mentioned, they do have merch, whether that's shirts, jackets, cups, tote bags, socks, even. So the list kind of goes on and on. Some of these prices were slightly higher than the actual Pokemon store, which I thought was kind of weird. But again, this is completely different than the Pokemon store. The stuff here is you could literally only buy it here and nowhere else. They had a decent amount to choose from. I just got a shirt, so that there is a separate room right there, but for the most part this whole area is fairly small, And again, if you forget some of your Pokemon TCG stuff, you could also buy that here. And they have random knickknacks like pens, papers, stickers. Again, even some of the cards, if you wanted to pick up, is right here, right in front of you. And the pricing and all that was pretty much fair and on point with every other, Pokemon Center and shop. But yeah, I thought this was a really cool place. It was dead in there. I don't know. I'm assuming a lot of people use it. I'm not 100% sure. There was also another group here that people were losing their minds of. I don't know who these people are, but yeah, if you do, let me know. Like I mentioned, in Shibuya, you are just like sardines packed in here. That is part of the Shibuya Scramble right there. There is just so many people. I also recommend coming here at night. I think just with the neon lights and everything else, it just looks beautiful. I've been here during the day and it's okay, but when everything just turns on and you just got that glow, something just says, yeah, I'm here in Japan. But again, if you don't like being around a lot of people, then this is not the place. I also went to the Mega Don Quixote. This is probably one of my favorite ones. I didn't film inside just because I already have so much footage of this place, anyways.
I finally made it back to the hotel room. I was gonna go to the Lost Bar, but just too many people, and I'm hungry, and I really want to try this ramen spot. Even though they're open still for a couple more hours, but I also just got to make sure everything fits. If not, I gotta go somehow and get another suitcase. But let's get into stuff that I bought today, which is a lot. I got this huge bag. So I got the matcha Kit Kats from Don Quixote, and these are fire. I wish you could get these in the States. It's kind of hard, but I got two of these, and I'll probably eat one of them just on the plane. I had to get the Pokemon Card Lounge, and I don't know which Star Wars this one is, but one is a Boba Fett, and the other is Obi-Wan Kenobi, R2-D2, and the Princess. But I thought these were really cool. It was kind of a pain to find because they won't let you open them up, even though there was a bunch open. So you had to like really check on one of these codes, and like it was pretty intense. So yeah, I got a couple of shirts today. Also, you already know that I love my towels, but I thought this one was cool. I like that little pop up, and it's just so unique. So here is a rocket one. I thought this was really cool. At Tower Records, I bought, these were kind of impulse buys, to be honest. I don't necessarily need them. The Super Mario Brothers soundtrack. It is the 30th anniversary, disc 1 and disc 2 of literally all of Super Mario. Well, actually, I'm reading it now, and it's up to 2013, so Super Mario 3D World, I guess. At least that's what it seems like. So this is pretty cool. And a few months ago, when I actually was taking an Uber back from Shibuya to my hotel, the guy was bumping this band, which is, I think it's Yosobi, I don't know. But they have some bangers in here, and this was a book, which I thought was pretty unique. But there's also a CD in there. I'm not going to open it right now, but I thought it was a pretty cool cover. And it's very different. I think this would just look pretty cool at the house. I got some stickers. I'm not going to open these up just because I'm going to have to repack them anyways. But I will show you what I bought. I thought these were pretty cool. And they also threw in a free keychain, I believe, as well. So it's not bad. And these are the B-side labels. They also make the Pokemon stickers that you can get at Poke Center. They had a bunch of them there. And then, of course, I made my way over to Liberty Walk. They also gave me a free sticker. I was hoping to see this car this time, but they did not have it out there. This Liberty Walk was really cool. They gave me a free poster. The Osaka one was really nice as well. This one was just, everything was just insane. But yeah, I like the Osaka one that I've been to. So now I've been to 2 of the 4. Really want to go to headquarters. This was cool. This is going to probably get thrashed. Same with the poster. It's probably going to get thrashed in my bag, but it is what it is. And then I got another Liberty Walk jacket. I was going to get the shirt, and again, I'll show you. I'm probably going to leave it in here. I also just love this packaging. It is so sick. But if you kind of see that, it says Liberty Walk. I was going to get the shirt version of this. This was literally like $10 more for the jacket. And I'll probably wear the jacket more, to be honest, considering that it's going to be super cold for a bit. And then a Liberty Walk cigar. So I'm going to throw that in a water bottle. I believe that's everything, which is a lot, to be honest. But we finally made it back in time. We're going to go get some ramen downstairs, and then we're going to pack this bag and see what else we got. But let's go eat some food. I am starving.
Look at this beautiful bowl of ramen. The presentation is on point. You got your chicken, your egg, lemon, and seaweed, and that chicken broth. These two chefs not only were super friendly, but they were so nice and funny. There was also a waitress that was great as well. And you order from this kiosk, but I was blown away with this. The broth was just super nice and rich. It was also slightly thicker than I'm used to, but I thought that was really good. The chicken was cooked perfectly, it wasn't dry at all, and it had a decent amount of flavor in there. The egg that they threw in there, even though it's just been sitting in soy sauce, I don't know if they did something different, but that was probably the best ramen egg I've ever had in my life. The noodles seemed very fresh, they were nice and bouncy, and it was everything that I want in ramen noodles. And altogether, this was just a perfect bowl of ramen. I believe it was about $9, which I don't think is bad at all. And there were always lines around lunchtime. They close, I think, a little bit during the day, and then they reopen again for dinner. And I got there pretty much right when it reopened. And I was only there with one other person, and then towards the end, there was a lot more people coming in. And I could see why, even though it's a brand new ramen spot, the staff is super friendly, super cool. The inside is beautiful, and you could just tell they put so much time in creating this bowl of ramen. When I was walking to 7-Eleven in the morning around 8 a.m., they were already there prepping everything for the entire day, and you could just taste that care that they put into this bowl of ramen. I don't know, it just hit so good. It also, helped that it was super cold outside, so I just needed something warm to literally warm me up. But I would highly recommend this place. It is very close to Tokyo Station. It's about a 9-minute walk. But again, perfect bowl of ramen. I highly recommend it. And I just wish I could just enjoy it every day. I also didn't mention that they had lemon in there, and when I mixed it around, the lemon just came out and added that little extra citrus flavor that you want, and it paired great with the chicken, but it added just more flavor to the broth. But yeah, this place was phenomenal. It was probably one of my favorite foods that I ate on this trip to Japan. So, yeah, check it out if you're ever in that area. This was the perfect last meal of my entire Japan trip. It just ended with a bang.
I'm definitely tired. I'm kind of dreading the flight back home tomorrow. I think it's just gonna be crappy. That ramen spot was amazing. Highly recommend it if you're in Ginza or by Tokyo Station. It was really good. The staff was just, I mean, they wanted to talk, they wanted to hang out, they were awesome. So I highly recommend that spot. Check it out. But yeah, it was another long day. I've been here since Sunday night, and I'm leaving tomorrow, which is Thursday night. But it feels like I've been here forever. Japan is such a fun place to just visit. I absolutely love this place. I thought it was gonna be weird doing a solo trip. I didn't know how it was gonna play out. But I think I did everything and more that I wanted to do, which is just great. Now I gotta pack up and just make sure everything fits. If not, I gotta go get luggage somewhere tomorrow. Try to get a late checkout here, but I think they're like actually fully booked. So yeah, they're giving me the boot at noon. So I gotta make sure I get out of here on time. And then I'm probably just gonna go to the airport and then I guess just hang out there, maybe check my bag. I mean, it's gonna be 7 hours ish, maybe 6 hours before my flight, which is just, that's a very long time to do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but we'll catch you tomorrow morning.